Welcome, guys, to episode 14, I think we're at, of The Beast Dance. I am your host, The Beast. My name is Abby. On today's episode, we have a special couple of guests all the way from the lovely country of Tasmania. I have head TOs from the Tasmanian FGC, Sammy T. What's up, my dude?
Hey man, how you doing?
What's
It's good to
good?
be here.
Good.
Thank you, brother.
No worries. Thanks for jumping on. Along with him, Mulletcap. What's good, my man?
Everything's good. I'm glad to be here, actually.
Good. Thank you very much for jumping on. I'm just really excited to talk with you guys ahead of like everything that's happening in Tasmania. Like it's the FGC large in Tasmania. It's just a lot of people don't know what's going on, but would like to know, and I'm sure you're eager to discuss. So
That's it, man.
really keen.
As you said, we're in a different country, man, so it's kind of hard for us to get across.
That's a running joke.
Get that info across there.
The running joke is you guys are pretty much like New Zealand. So.
That's straight.
New Zealand is basically us. They're the seventh state.
That's true. No, it's a lot of things happening in Taz. So
there's a lot happening down here right now. Good. It's a good time to be in the FGC, that's for sure.
That's true, especially Tasmania. Because I've been trying to start an FGC scene since I've been like 16 or something.
Yeah.
When Smash came out or something, and I was like, I wanted to convert all these Smash players into fighting game players so I can play anime games with them.
Yeah.
And it didn't work.
So you have origins in Smash, Mulletcap?
Yes. Smash is the first thing I started playing competitively.
Okay.
And at first, I really sucked for Tasmania's level. Tasmania, in general, really sucked at Smash back then. I'm not sure how they are now.
Which iteration of Smash was this?
This was Smash for the Wii U.
Okay.
I was about to say Smash 4. Yeah. Fighting games at a semi-competitive level since I've been 12, because that's when I first picked up BlazBlue. So that's where I generally decided I wanted to become way better at fighting games than I was. The first fighting game I ever played was actually Tekken 4. Oh,
okay. Yeah, we all have that origin story of like playing our first fighting game, but not really competitively. So, yeah. So, BlazBlue, was it your official first in quotation fighting game where you wanted to pick up seriously?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So, anime game is that was the first one, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Jumped in the deep end, mate. Jumped in the deep end.
I had it on his 3DS, and I was like, oh, I can press buttons with Noel. This game is great.
Nice to hear. So, so your first fighting game was BlazBlue, but safe to say you're predominantly an anime player, or you venture off into others as well?
Predominantly, I would like to be an anime player, but I generally play everything. I think Soul Cow is actually the first game I haven't picked up to some level.
Okay.
You started playing recently. You put a little bit of time in now.
Yeah, a little bit.
We're slowly pulling it out of you, man. We're getting there.
I don't hate the game. I don't even not like the game. I actually like the game. I just can't be bothered picking up another one.
So you initially picked up BlazBlue, but at what point did you start like managing roles as a TO in the FGC?
That was when Guilty Gear Xrd started to take off, because for TFC 1 we had a Guilty Gear Xrd tournament that was run by Kara, who was one of our ex-TOs for Smash.
Yeah.
She let us have Guilty Gear, and everyone decided, like, when me and Toasty had a really close set together for grand finals, a lot of people wanted to pick it up, including Sammy.
When was that? I don't remember this, but was I there for that tournament?
Yeah, remember? Because that's when I did my Street Fighter 5 thing.
Oh, are we talking at TFC 1?
Yeah, at TFC 1.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. So I thought you said
Sign. It wasn't Rev. It was Sign. My bad.
Sign. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sign days. Yeah, man.
So before we jump into like the history of everything that is TFC, Sam, just detail us a little bit about your origin story with the FGC.
My origin story, man. Jeez, where do we begin? Well, it's the classic, isn't it, of like growing up owning the PlayStation and playing Tekken and Soul Calibur.
Yeah.
Before we knew what a combo was or what even frame data was.
Pretty much everyone in the FGC.
Yeah, pretty much, man. Right, the classic.
Yeah.
Soul Calibur 2 was actually the game that taught me first what a combo was. There you go.
Yeah.
But competitively, my dude, Mortal Kombat X is when I really got serious about like, yeah, I'm gonna become a fighting game player. And I actually ran a couple of at my wife's pole dancing studio.
Mm-hmm.
We ran some tournaments called Nerd Rage.
Oh,
and that was just for Mortal Kombat X. Nerd Rage 1 and 2. There was 2 of them. And we were going to do a 3, and that 3 merged into a TFC 1. That's a big thing. But yeah, Nerd Rage tournaments, man. And it was Mortal Kombat X, and we built a little scene. We had about 8 players, I think it was, somewhere around there. Like consistent guys, man, playing Mortal Kombat. And we all sort of gelled off each other. And yeah, no, it was good, dude.
And fighting games at a pole dancing studio. Who would have?
Yeah, I know, right? I'm pretty sure the boys didn't mind coming around, man. I'm not gonna lie about it. Like, yeah, it was a big space, man. Right, like a big open room, man. It was good. It was the best space for it.
You get some crossover. Get some fighting game players getting some physical workout as well.
Man, that's fighting game boys trying to. Oh damn. But no, it was so we started off there, man, and then got sort of. I don't know how I came about the area scene. How did that happen, Ty? Was that
TFC 1? I think was the first time I met you.
Because we kind of.
Because that
no,
was.
Well, I got into yeah. So what happened? This is what happened. I remember now. So I got in. So MKX started sort of dying in Hobart, and then it was like looking for another game. And this is I picked up Street Fighter 4 with another player down here, Kibble, and we started getting heavily into Street Fighter 4, and then this was on the verge of SF5 coming out, and so we were preparing ourselves for that. And then Street Fighter 5 led into meeting the Street Fighter boys in Hobart. That's like Lim and Sweeb and all those guys.
So there was like an established set of players before you guys came around?
Yeah, it's a funny thing, man. It's like there was pockets of players playing games and like good pockets of good friends playing games together.
But nothing like really hardcore had been established?
Nothing sort of set in stone, dude. No, not at all. Okay. Not like regular meetups and that kind of thing. So we ended up organizing on the launch of Street Fighter 5. We ended up organizing regular tournaments at Area, and then at Area 52 down here in Hobart. That's where we host TFC.
That's where all the Smash players were as well. So
yeah, and that's where all the Smash players. Which that's been the dedicated scene. Smash has kind of had its dedicated scene established before kind of the other fighters got sorted. And then yeah, man, we just. It kind of one thing led into another, and we ended up wanting to put on, there's the anime boys kind of started coming. So they came along and started playing it while we were playing Street Fighter, and I don't know, just kind of all started merging together. And then yeah, TFC 1 came around, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of the history, and that's my history of it. So
I beat everyone at Street Fighter with no practice, except Evan.
Now we're in the deep end. So. Yeah, that's how it all started. I think really, kind of just all fell into one as we, yeah.
So the initial TFC 1, for those that don't know, TFC stands for Tassie Fighter Con. Correct me if I'm wrong. The first TFC was Smash only, or the
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
So
no, it wasn't. We had multiple titles at TFC 1.
That's what I said. Basically, there was one of Street Fighter 5's big debut moments, sort of. Hated before, but that was the first time we'd ever shown it to everyone, really.
Yeah, it was one of the headliners of the. It was like Street Fighter 5. It was like Smash 4, Melee, and then we had Guilty Gear.
I'm just trying to put time frame in perspective because was this 2-3 years ago?
This was
Was TFC still like an annual thing?
2015, I think.
Okay.
So, yeah, it is an annual thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm just trying
yeah, because TFC 2 was 2007, so it's 2016. It was.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been. Yeah, because TFC 2 was.
No, it would have been
2017.
2015.
Was it 15?
I'm getting ahead of myself. I think
it was 16.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, 2016. It was. It was. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and the first one was Smash only, or you had fighting games on the back of it.
No, we had. It was. Yeah. So there wasn't Smash only. There was. Street Fighter 5, Guilty Gear, Smash, Melee.
Was Mortal Kombat there?
And Mortal Kombat X. It was. Yeah, MKX was there. Definitely, because that's where I first met Sweet Nothings.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think that was the major headliners. I don't remember if we had Marvel there at that stage.
We didn't. Those were the 5 tournaments we had because Smash was like 4 tournaments.
Yeah. Because, there's Smash doubles. So, yeah, that was TFC 1 lineup. It was, Smash, Melee with doubles as well. And then Street Fighter 5, Guilty Gear, and MKX. That was the lineup for TFC 1. And the attendance was all pretty much Hobart, with I think we had maybe 2 or 3 nationals, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
2, which was
2, yeah.
But at that stage, it wasn't.
You wouldn't even consider it like a major.
Yeah, wasn't being billed as a major.
No, it was like a fighting game event weekend. It was. I mean, we wanted it to be a major, but we knew it wasn't on the scale of.
Yeah. Obviously, I had to.
Major.
All majors grassroots initially, but yeah.
Yeah. So that was Tassie Fighter Con 1, and it was so good, man. Like, I had a great time, and there's still some absolute like hype as moments, man, from that. Like the Street Fighter 5 tournament when Mulletcap, who's had like no practice in Street Fighter, just rocks up playing Birdie and beats like one of our best Street Fighter players.
Oh wow!
It
was two of our best Street Fighter players. Sorry, it was, yeah. But the set against Enzo, man, like that was the highlight. And then Enzo had to just go. What was the excuse? It was he had to go move his car, and he like just left.
Oh yeah.
That was. Yeah, so he ends up getting beaten. All the boys are going like super hyped for Mulletcap for this win, and then the guy he beats like, I just got to go move my car, and he didn't come back.
Mm-hmm. And then like Seb just washed me in losers finals. The funny thing about that Street Fighter tournament was like round 1 I went straight to losers. I was like got bopped by like Rashid spam, and I was like, okay, cool. And then I run it all the way back to like top 3, and I'm like, how did this happen?
Oh man, it was good. Yeah, it was good for a little thing. It was a lot of fun.
Is it a good base to start off like first?
Yeah, man. It's just started off really positive. Just super positive. I think everyone just had an absolute blast, and just it kind of brought the scenes together, which was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the first time like really come together as a fighting game community. I feel was TFC 1,
and it really set like an impression of like
as
to the 2 internationals that were there, and like to the rest of the new people who were coming for like maybe a Smash tournament or just play Street Fighter.
Interstaters or internationals?
Right?
Interstaters or internationals?
Interstaters, my bad.
Oh, I was just double checking.
Yeah, for who that guy was there, that one, Daigo or whatever.
Just flew in.
No, it's interesting you bring that up. At that stage, I'm assuming you guys had not traveled interstate for any FGC event.
I think at that point I'd been to the first BAM, my first BAM at that point.
Oh, okay.
Or I was going to my first BAM.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hadn't gone any. Okay. That's for sure.
Yeah. So one issue that I wanted to bring up, we'll still talk about Tassie Fighter Con, is just Australia suffers from like you can call it a handicap on how good it is, how much it affects how good we are, is our population density when it comes to fighting games. Tasmania even more so would suffer from that just because of your isolation. Mal, do you feel like having traveled and experienced an interstate event, you see like the difference in skill if there is an apparent difference? Or
Difference in skill?
well, just like I just bring that up just because generally the largest scenes thrive, like iron sharpens iron, like the bigger community just has more people to play off.
Yeah, I definitely get that. It's difficult to see, like, because when I go to a interstate tournament that's like BAM or something other, it's definitely upsetting to see, like, you expect the Tasmanian players to do amazing, and then you see them go like 1-2 in their tournament of choice. Same time, I never felt like it was, to me personally, that like that was much of an excuse, because to me, I enjoy playing fighting games, so like I'm going to be playing fighting games regardless. When I go over there, I'm like, oh yeah, I've done all this too in this tournament, but like there are so many people to play with. Like for me, I live on an island, terrible internet personally, so I can never play with anyone else. But here, it's just like there's millions of people to play with.
Yeah, I'm not trying to build up the question as a to say like why is Tasmania not as good or as bad, blah blah. Just as like, have you ever felt it, the population size in Tasmania as like a deterrent at any point?
I feel like yes is probably the answer I would go with. Combating deterrence, personally. I'm not one to generally go with the flow with other people's opinions and that kind of thing.
That's fair. That's good.
Which is very funny whenever I'm like, this thing in this game is wrong, and everyone is like, no, you're wrong.
No, that's fair. It's just it's just good to gauge like the perception from people from like I don't know if up and coming scenes is the right word, because you guys have been there for a while. It's just been a smaller base, and just just where I'm going with this is just like my initial first major was an eye opener, just because I was always privy to my local small scene, and then I go to a major and I'm like, oh wow, it's like fighting games are on this scale. And then I go back and I'm like, okay, we got some work to do.
I definitely think that's just a fundamental Tassie thing. Like in general is because of our like just it's exactly as you sort of said, where it's the more population you have, or the more people in your scene, the more you can kind of push players to become better to the top. Whereas in Tassie, we sometimes, not all the time,
it's obviously not a hard set rule.
We get that thing where it's our top players play each other here, but their skill cap level, like their level, might not be, it's kind of a tricky one to say. But I mean, like it's yes, I feel like Tassie struggles from being small and not having enough top players to play against, and our top players end up doing like a bit of a burnout thing, which is really odd. We've had that happen in a couple of games when they could always be pushing themselves to get better on a national, if not international level. So I might have to dip for 2 seconds, guys. I'll be right back.
See, but Mullet, you can continue here. But that being said, from the period of Tassie Fighter Con 1 up until now, you've obviously seen a growth in the FGC in Tasmania.
Like, I think our Tekken base is like somewhere between 18 and 26 on average per tournament.
That's real,
which is like my mind, because I'm like, oh, he's back. But yeah, to me that kind of just blows my mind, because it's like I'm thinking we're in Tasmania and we have 26 people showing up to a Tekken 7 tournament, and I'm like, amazing. Like Blaze Blue with just one person, and we have 27 for Tekken. It's like amazing.
Mm-hmm. And obviously, as two guys as long-standing people in the community and TOs, it's got to make you happy.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm ecstatic.
Yeah,
every Friday night, man, I'm the happiest man in the room until I lose, and then I'm still happy. But it's insane, dude, to have 20 plus people show up to a tournament and consistently now, like the last few weeks. It's just ridiculous. Like, it's so cool. It's so cool, man. So, yeah.
It's the best.
Yeah, I just think we suffer from obviously smaller population size in general, but not as many players. And then what we like to do is split our player base into different scenes, and that kind of hasn't really helped. But lately, it seems like a lot of the guys have sort of come together for the big titles, and that's really, really cool. And then we've just now that we're running weeklies every Friday night, it's kind of brought in just players that didn't even know the scenes existed, like those hidden gem players that came out of nowhere. Like literally the other Friday, we had a random new guy show up and just absolutely bodied us all in Tekken with his Asuka. You know, like it was like, who's this guy, right? Like, how dare he come in here?
That doesn't just happen in Tasmania. That happens across everywhere.
Yeah,
like, we're still like in Melbourne. We're still getting like new players to the offline. Or like, dude, where have you been? And like, why are you this good?
I asked him, man. I was like, where have you been, man? He's like, I play Tekken every day. I was like, and you haven't been here? Like, what's going on? How did we not know about you? It's really cool. So, and I think
now I just need.
I was going to say, I think the golden era of FGCs, which we're in at of FGs that we're in at the moment, I feel like this is a golden era where we're just getting showered with new titles. Is really hyping up the scenes.
100%. And one thing I wanted to comment on from the small experience like that I've seen, and I've Tassie Fighter Con was this year was 4. I mean,
this year was 3.
This year was 3. Yeah,
next one's 4. Yeah.
Was how much crossover with gaming titles there is within the Tassie community. Like a lot of people. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's a decent amount of people cross over into other games. So
absolutely, man. Yeah, no, it's true. We kind of have to.
I want to use Lim for example. I forget his handle. It's Colsack.
He goes by Lim offline.
Okay.
That's so. I guess we just keep it Lim. ZM is what he's online, or Colsack. He changes every.
Mm-hmm. Because I've seen him play everything from Tekken to Dragon Balls to he's playing Soul Calibur now, and it's just like
yeah, he's one of those guys, man. He just loves fighting games, and he's fundamentally just ridiculous. So he can pick him up real quick, and he plays multiple stuff, man, and it's really like I feel like a lot of us do it because a lot of us just really love fighting games, and a lot of us want to keep. Like we always want a scene, like for this, whatever this game is, we want a scene for it here in Hobart. So like we'll literally play multiple titles just to have a scene going, and it'll be like the same bunch of guys that showed up for like Guilty Gear. We showed up for Tekken or whatever, you know. Like there's that sort of thing. It's definitely. yeah. It's we just kind of. We're not really like one fighting game scene. It's just we are a community. We're a fighting game community, as in like we're the embodiment of that exact sort of thing, where we'll play anything and everything to have scenes and stuff. So, yeah,
that's real
cool.
Good to hear. Like, and I feel that's important. Like within a smaller scene, the support of one of each for everyone. So.
I think we kind of realized that, which is why we do it, man. Like we realized just how important it's going to, you know, if we want this game to be alive in Hobart, then we need to play it, sort of thing.
That's kind of half true. I think definitely for the people who've been in the community for longer, that's definitely true. But for some of the newer players, it's literally just like they come to a Tekken 7 or a Soul Calibur tournament and they have fun. They have fun and they're like, damn, I can improve much more and I'll come back next week and I'll do it. And we see a lot of players come up like really quickly. Like Hobbit went from like going 1-2 to like maybe taking tournaments here and there.
Yeah. I feel that as well. Like we're pretty inviting sort of community, I guess. Like when you sort of join us, man, you kind of have to really want to go with the old cliche of family, but it kind of is, man. Kind of the FGC in Tassie is a bit of a big family, so that's what you're kind of joining when you sign up. Love us or hate us.
Best.
Yeah.
So I want to talk a little bit about Tassie Fighter Con 2. How much of just because I wasn't there, I don't want to know.
TFC 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Tassie Fighter Con 2 was next. It was like a scale above TFC 1 for sure. We were like, we want to go bigger and better because TFC 1 was so fun. And my goal was I want to attract more nationals to the event. So our roster for TFC 2 still had the mains of. I think it was pretty much a similar roster, right? It was like Smash and Melee and
sub tournaments. So
then we had sides. Like, yeah, we had sides. So we had BB and Marvel.
And Marvel, that's true.
Yeah, so we introduced BB and Marvel as side tournaments for that one. And
we also had 64 for Smash.
Yeah. And we so what we did was at this stage I was pretty heavily into GG. I ended up playing GG after I dropped Street Fighter.
Yeah.
And I got quite in with the anime boys online and managed to talk up TFC2 and get the lads to all come down, man. So
Nice.
and we had a really big turnout of the national anime boys, man. It was really, really cool. It's like, we had Jarvie and Fiery and Giggles, and we had just everyone, man. It was so cool that they all came down and they kind of trusted, just my word, I guess, and Mulletcap's word that it was going to be good, and came down for it. Yeah.
Good to hear you got a career in sales pitching.
That was good. And we ended up having it was again a really successful event. Doubled the amount of participants, I believe. It was like near double.
We went from like 30 to 50-ish, I think.
It was like just over 50, I think, something like that. Nearly 50, nearly 60.
So like half of that was made up of internationals because some of our player base here dropped because sorry, my bad.
Yeah, we're attracted internationals.
Was it the same venue?
Yeah,
same venue.
Area 52. It's been Area 52 every year. Like it was really good, man. Like this year, the standout for me, I believe, was Guilty Gear. This was when like everybody watched Guilty Gear and was like, this game is super hype because it was predominantly the anime boys were there, right? And it was kind of they dominated the event, I guess.
They made up half the participants, really.
Yeah. So it was a very anime heavy TFC2. And I just remember everyone on the Sunday sinking beers, watching Guilty Gear, and getting pretty crazy. So it was a good time. And very successful. I think TFC2 went really well. And just kind of then we realized that this is an event that we can grow and make better and can actually become sort of the major that we were envisioning, and it was
just noting here as well. Just for me, I was at this point I wasn't TOing per se. I was only TOing for local tournaments. I didn't actually TFC2, did I? I don't think I did.
Were you stream set up? I think you were mainly on stream, right?
Like, yeah, I was running just stream.
Are there any notables outside of yourself that were TOing? Well, either now or back then?
Well, we'll give definitely huge shout outs to Kara, who's an ex-TO now. She's a godsend. Yeah. And I believe at TFC2 we had Kibble, I think, stood up, and always Blue. Massive shout outs to Blue.
I remember.
Yeah, he's a legend. Always lends a helping hand no matter what. We'll give you the shirt off his back.
Seb was doing it this year as well for Melee. No, not this year. TFC
2, I think. Yeah, and then obviously was Seb doing Melee? Was he Melee?
Yeah,
I can't remember. Still. Yeah, there's kind of well, shout out to anyone and everyone who helps us out for TFC. And obviously we should definitely give huge props to Area 52 and Andrew and Remy for providing the awesome venue that they do for us.
Yeah, they do so much for me.
And just being absolute legends. If it wasn't for Area 52, we wouldn't. Our FGC would not be as strong as it is now. So we've definitely got it.
Wouldn't have even started really.
Probably wouldn't have even started.
Actually, Thrall was the original starter of the Smash community in Tasmania.
Yeah, describe that place for people that don't know about it, because what is it? It doubles as like a comic book / collectible store.
Yeah, so it's a pop culture store here in Hobart on Elizabeth Street. It's 2 levels. It's a big store now, which is great. They do everything from, it's a full bookstore. They do comics. They've got all the collectibles. They do Magic. They do all the card games pretty much. They do board games. They do anything, and D&D nights, man. They do everything. So just a big, super good pop culture store in Tassie.
They're very facilitating of growing communities.
Yeah, and they're exactly. Andrew's just so passionate about helping out communities for whatever it is. And they have an upstairs, which is just a very big open room, if you remember up. And it's just a really good space for our fledgling major. So, we're not quite on the scale of whole yet. I don't think of definitely not on the scale of the Melbourne Convention Centre. Let's put it that way.
No, like I said, every community has to start somewhere. I mean,
absolutely, man.
It took years to get to that.
Yeah, so we might.
Even factoring up our population differences aside, it took years to get to that. So every little community, in their own state, has the potential to get to that, in my mind. As long as everyone supports each other. Because, that's not all Melbourne FGC. That's Australia-wide, Australia and international. So every stateside and major has the potential to get to that.
Yeah, definitely, man. So we're just kind of gauging off the numbers we got last year and what I think the numbers will be this year. So I don't feel we'll quite outgrow area just this year, but we may have to look at it next year and see. But the year after, and we'll just see where we're growing. But I don't know, man. I think we might crack the 100 competitors this year or next month.
Yeah, that's definitely my goal.
I'd love that. If we can crack 100 competitors at TFC 4, I'll be very happy, TO. Probably not on the weekend, but afterwards, I'll be very happy, TO.
I feel you there. 100%. I feel you there.
Oh, man, I feel for you guys with the thousands of players that you have to... Damn. So... And then, obviously, I guess this leads us into TFC 3, which you were present for, my man.
Yeah, so I'm just going to preface, I think I met you at OHN for the first time.
Yes. Yeah, I came up to OHN, and I had a blast. It was awesome. And we just got chatting over Tekken, of course. Yeah. And I think we've become good friends, and it's just, I convinced you to come to Tassie.
Yeah, 100%. Because, it took some reminding, but I was reminded you guys had a major. And
I know, and I left it super late to remind you, and you're like, I don't know if I can get this shit, man. I don't know if I can get off work. And then you had to do the super hustle.
No, once you mentioned gatekeeping a certain harangue player, I was like, I'll make it a priority.
Oh, that's right. And we kept it secret, so you know. For those that aren't aware, we're talking about the one and only Mr. DreadTech himself.
Shout out to Dread.
Who is one of my good mates. Become good friends just from just playing games together. which is the best thing about FGC, is just becoming friends with people.
Mm.
And yeah, no, it was a secret that Big Bad Arby was coming down. We kept it so he wouldn't bail out. So he thought he could just sweep the tournament.
No, for
It's
me
pretty
it
good.
was like great attending a different major like for the first time, just to see what the Tassie FGC was all about.
Yeah, man. We were really. I was very, very appreciative of you coming down, man. I'm appreciative of all the boys coming down. TFC 3 again. More of the anime boys came. Julian joined us, and yeah, I forget his name. Julian's friend, the Japanese guy.
Issei.
Oh,
Issei came, which was sick.
Mm-hmm.
Just and yourself, there was the national attendance went way up for Tassie Fighter Con 3, and it was really, really, it made me really happy to see.
Mm-hmm.
I think at one stage, Mulletcap and I look at each other and going, "Shit, more nationals have pre-registered than the local boys."
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because the classic Tassie thing of we'll rock up on the day, mate. Should
Dude,
be right.
that's the FGC thing a lot. I love the FGC, but goddamn, can you guys sign up on time, please?
Please,
like,
please pre-register.
Do not leave
please
it.
pre-register.
Please pre-register, like, so we can get actual proper gauge of who numbers.
Yeah, it lets us know that our event will be okay and be successful.
Don't give the TOs a heart attack. I'm like, are people going to come? Oh my goodness.
Exactly.
But I was definitely like sharking people, just being like, "Hey man, have you signed up for TFC yet?" And they'd be like, "Oh, yeah, do it next week." And I'm like, "Do it now.
Yeah.
Do it now. Yeah. Do it now. I know you got money. Just do it now."
Yeah,
literally just watch your tournament.
Around.
We have money.
Yeah. So no, TFC 3, man. That made me like really think that we had something special going on with our little major, man. Like, I don't know, it's just that's where we went kind of big, right? Like, we ended up with like, what was it, 6 mains, six sides, plus a heap of do-it-yourself, and it was just like, we had 92 competitors over the
86.
total. I remember 92.
I think it was 86. I can go check. I remember it being...
It was close to 90, I remember that. But it was sick. But, yeah, and it was just huge. Like, that was... Yeah, it was really good. Really good time.
It was 83.
83 in total? But does that include a couple of sneak? I think it was a couple of sneaky.
Some people pulled out and some people signed up, like, the day before. And I was like, I hate you people.
But that was, and the headliner for that was Dragon Ball, I believe.
Yeah, right? It was interesting because like the game had only just recently came out, and obviously like people wanted to know how like good people were.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And
like, people have been grinding at their respective states, and like enough like nationals had come to be like, oh, like enough from New South Wales, like some people who were decent at the game from Melbourne came along. So I was actually I was really looking forward to that event.
Oh, and Issei came as well.
Yeah,
that was Issei came. I think he, especially for Dragon Ball, which was sick. And if I recall correctly, just trying to bring it up here so I don't get it wrong. Who was the grand finals for Dragon Ball? It was Issei and Runus, right? Like,
was it? Oh, Lim. Yeah, shout out to Runus.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Damn guy, I've never felt so scammed in my entire life.
I think what happened, right? It was like Lim and Runus in the losers finals, and Lim just kept eating the overhead from Trunks auto combo.
Oh yeah,
I believe is what kept missing.
That's why I'm saying I never felt. Look, like again, like no. Shout out to Runus, but he summoned the dragon on me. I think I I think
Multiple
he,
people.
he was the only player I lost to during that tournament, and he kept going for auto combos, and like obviously it's not optimal damage, but
Yeah.
he's like he's a smart player. I've come to know that with my Soul Calibur interactions with him. He's a very smart player. But,
Yeah.
But anyone doing auto combos in Dragon Balls, they're not optimizing the damage. So it's like this has to be for a reason. And then when I realized the dragon was coming,
Oh wait, the dragon's coming out.
It was way too late.
It was too late, man. And it was sick.
Yeah, we had close sets. He ended up taking them both, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh,
That was hype, man.
It was one of those,
dragon.
man. I need to sit in the corner and just contemplate life for a bit.
Yeah, I just need to go chill out.
Good games to him, man. Good games to him.
And then Issei took it in the grand finals, which was sick.
Yeah,
super good to see. And that was hype. And then we had the super hype Tekken 7, which was great.
Where Bunkit pulled it out against.
Yeah, I was about to say where
you have no idea. I was waiting
Bunkit.
for this to come up. For those who know, let the people know about Sir Bunkit and who he is.
All right. So Bunkit is this. How old is he now, Ty? Is he like
13?
13, 14, right? Year-old kid.
Yeah.
Randomly came to one of our Tekken 7. This is Fortnite. At this stage, it was at Area 52. Randomly came along, and he's a Brian player, and just is a prodigy, right? Like I don't really know how else to explain it. He's a bit of a prodigy, man. One of those kids who just shows up and like wrecks people, man.
Yeah,
and
I mean, how many 13-year-old, 14-year-old players are competing with like
on that level,
on that level?
And he's smart, man. Like he goes home and he does his I'm sure he does his school homework as well, but he does his actual homework on top of it for Tekken, and it shows, dude. He comes back and oh man, like recently I've still triggered. I've switched to playing a little bit of Jack 7 in Tekken, and man, I can't down back one that guy. Literally parried every single down back one, man. I was like, what is going on? Yeah, am I that telegraphed? I don't know, but it was he's just a freak, man. It's really cool. But that's the history of him. He's just this 13, 14-year-old kid that's come out of nowhere and kind of become one of the top players in our scene.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he can't make it to every single Friday night fights. Obviously, it does get a bit late for him.
Yeah,
usually
finish up. He is a kid.
He's still a kid, but when he does show up, man, it's always hype, and we love it.
100%. And dude, the most heartwarming thing, one of the most heartwarming things for me was seeing him come with his family and them just supporting him. He made top 8.
He did.
He made top 8, and I was just like, this is amazing. Like
he made top 8, and he provided the most hype moment.
The most hype moment.
The most hype moment. He got fourth. He got fourth, actually.
The most hype moment of, like, it's easily, like, I made a Twitter post about this after the event was done. Easily the most hype moment of top 5 moment of anything I've seen in my tenure in the FGC. Easily. Yeah.
I think there's a video floating around somewhere where we can find it.
If there is, then I need to see it.
There is, yeah. Someone had it. I got to find it.
There is.
But what happened was, if you don't mind me telling the story.
Go for it, bro.
Yeah, I was on commentary with Atherell. Shout out to powerful Atherell. And he was playing Dreadtech. And Dreadtech was kind of in a must-win situation. I think he had lost to Julian. I can't remember who he lost to, but it was losers bracket. And like I know the history of Sir Bunkit, but like just watching him over the course of the tournament, I'm like, okay, this guy's a kid is kind of like a prodigy. Not only is he a little bit of a prodigy, he is animated as hell.
Yeah, that's one way to put it, man. That's one way to put it.
And I swear, this one round, he popped off on Dread so hard, he stood up and started thrusting his nether region. And I lost my freaking mind. I'm like, who is this kid? He was like clearly like 30-year-old.
He literally turns towards the crowd and just like goes off, man.
It was one of the hypest things I've ever seen. It was amazing.
So Dredd lost to Julian in the winners semis, got dropped to losers quarters, beat Athril and then was put in losers semi-finals against Sir Bunker. That's what that was. And so yeah, this was to get into losers finals. That's what it was. And yeah, man. Oh my gosh. Like I think what did he do? Like it was a rage art, right? Like
it was oh god, it was a rage art or a slow mo. It was a rage art or a slow. Oh yeah, it was the rage art. It was the rage art. Just at the right time.
He hit it, and then he popped off like during the rage art animation. During the rage art animation. Man.
I'm gonna link. I'm sure
we will track this
video.
Yeah, it is somewhere. There is a clip somewhere. We will find it. We will provide it to Arvin. I'm sure he'll.
Yeah, at the very least, link the. I'll find the Twitch vids and link a clip of that. It's just people out. It was amazing.
It's the best, man. It's the best. But yeah, that was one of the.
That was one of the hypest moments of that.
The
weekend.
best moments. Yeah, absolutely. I think you won. I believe you won Injustice. Yeah. That was what you. Yeah.
Yeah. We would have thought I would have got a medal for that game. But yeah, it was nice. It was nice. Like I said, I was just there to support every game that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it was.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, the games I could play.
Yeah. Oh, and you won second, of course.
Yeah, I won second as well.
Of course. But that's right. You did. You kept it. It was wicked. So good. Is this the where the clip is in here somewhere?
Yeah, you can find.
Oh yeah, through the videos
there.
Yeah, we'll link it later after the podcast has been uploaded. I'll put it like a link in the description and whatnot.
Sounds good, man. But yeah, I think from TFC 3 you got a taste of kind of what the Tas FGC community is all about, man, and it's that you put it best when you said it's that grassroots feel, man, where it's like it's just a good time. Like it's pretty stress free. We're pretty chilled. I think that's Tassie in general. We're a pretty chilled bunch of people, man. No one's in a rush really down here. And I think it's just like it's a bit of a community event still, that sort of level. Yeah. And certainly
like you get that with
better.
Like pretty much the FGC at large in Australia. I feel that like there was something about attending Tassie Fighter Con which made me just. I mean, if you've been in the FGC for a while, but you tend to forget the appreciation for an event like that, especially if you're part of the bigger states. So it was just really nice to see. Really nice to feel. 100%.
Thank you, man. We're pretty proud of our little Tassie Fighter Con.
You guys have done really well. Hats off to you.
Yeah,
it's a bit better.
It's and next one's going to be even bigger and better. So, but yeah, man, we need to get like a collage of moments. I think already from all 3 years so far. I can't believe we're up to 4 like already. Like, how did that happen? How do we get to TFC 4? Right? Jeez, we ready to do this again, Tyler? Like, are we really ready? Are we ready to go put ourselves through this again?
I'm never ready any time. I'm like, all right, guys, can I get this done by the end of the week? And like,
we kind of stumble into the event. Like, all right, we're here.
Just cross praying it goes well.
Yeah. Have we got enough setups?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Tassie Fighter Con 4 got announced last week. What are the dates for that? So it
is next year, March 2019. It is the weekend 15th, 16th, 17th of March.
Same venue?
Same venue, same place this year. Yeah, absolutely, man. I think we've kind of solidified our date in the major world of oceanic majors right now. We're gonna sit in that mid-March sort of spot. I think forever. Kind of works for us. This year we're looking to go. It's going to be even bigger and better. Like as I said, it's a bit of a golden age of fighting games at the moment. So our mains list is just fun. It's just fun to look at, right? Like we've got Tekken 7 as a headlining event for sure, because Tekken's one of our biggest scenes here. So we really obviously want to support and blow that up.
Yeah.
we have Ultimate on the horizon, so
Ultimate is literally around the corner, and that's going to be huge. Yeah, I mean, that'll. Yeah, it's just going to be big. There's no other way to really.
Because I know how supportive the Smash scene is of each other, so you'll get a lot of interstate traveling.
Yeah, I think we'll be pretty sweet there. And then obviously, you know, Soul Calibur 6, man, is here now. Thank God we're playing it. And I'm so happy. It's my favorite fighting game franchise of all time, and it makes me so happy. And we get to be, I believe, quote me if I'm wrong, the first major to host a tournament.
That's right. You guys took the mantle of first Dragon Ball major. You got the one for Soul Calibur as well.
Yeah, I believe I've just been informed by Mulletcap that unfortunately we don't get to be the first Smash major event, but that's okay. That's all right. We'll claim the Soul Calibur 6 one. So all you Soul Cowboys, make sure and ladies, make sure you head on down because it's going to be pretty high. Hey, and we've got the Pride of Taz, Big Bad Athro, who you all need to come and shut down. So
yeah, please.
He did just win the first online tourney, right? Like he took it, man. Dude,
I love Ethan, but like, someone make him lose, please.
Shout out to Big Bad Afro, man. I'm sure, now it's good to have that one guy to keep looking into to try and take down.
He is definitely the absolute man. That's it, and it's So he's already sort of pushing us all in Soul Calibur, which is great. Like he's a student of the games he plays, man. I had a set with him today, and literally he had on his other monitor the Ivy anti-Ivy tech going on his second monitor while we're having a set. So he's learning all the time. No, come on, like Soul Calibur 6 is, we get the privilege of hosting the first major event for it, so it's going to be sick. Like it's going to be really good. Dragon Ball's back on the mains list again. So for all those that are still Dragon Ball fans, unfortunately our Tassie scene for Dragon Ball isn't as big as it was.
Don't worry. From what I'm hearing, you'll get a decent amount of interstate presence for that.
Yeah.
I'm hearing some big boys that are real interested in the Tassie event. So
awesome, man.
You might see some heavy hitters come down.
We are so excited for that, man. I
don't want to confirm for them.
Yeah.
From what I've been hearing,
cool.
You'll get some.
So Dragon Ball, and obviously for the anime boys, it's Blaze Blue Cross tag battle time, right? So that's the game of the moment so far for the anime scene.
Nothing makes me happier than having a Blaze Blue game be a main title,
and that's on the mains list. So. Yeah, that's going to be huge as well. That's a fun game, man. Have you played that much up?
Obviously, I mean, unfortunately, no. What was my very? Even though I like to venture into most fighting games, I haven't really done so with anime. Apart from Dragon Ball, I tried to get into Guilty Gear very late just to kind of get ready for Dragon Balls, but aside from that, it's just I already played too many. I got a good appreciation for
fighting games. Absolutely. So that game is just it's a lot of fun to play. Personally, I've fallen out of playing anime as well. I'm in the same boat as you, but it's just too many games, right?
Yeah. Still mad appreciation for it. Still, we'll go back and watch those Evo moments where people players are getting up too early.
Poor old Mashige, man. Poor old Mashige. That moment's so good. What are you standing up for?
What are you standing up for?
The classic. Hey man, at least he almost made a loser's run back and had the whole crowd behind him in there. I remember that Evo. That was sensational. But and then obviously we got Melee is on the mains list for TFC4, and that rounds it out because we always want to support the Melee scene.
Yeah.
And then I've got a sides list that's pretty large this year, and a do-it-yourself list which is huge as well. So
so pretty much a game for everyone to come down to.
Yeah, man. We're even going to run a third strike tournament.
Oh,
So,
wow.
How about
Yeah.
that?
Nice.
Yeah. So
All you third strike heads, there's something
all
for
you
you
third
too.
strike heads, absolutely. We've got the anniversary edition. We're ready to roll. We're all
Nice.
good. And yeah, like obviously a heap of anime is on the sides list, so that's more for the anime boys. Yes, Street Fighter V has been relegated to sides here in Tassie. Apologize
Simply
to
because no
all
one
of
plays it.
Capcom boys.
That's fair. I mean, you always have to. I feel like with majors, you have to roll with whatever's predominantly in that scene. Like,
Yes.
like Tassie has, it's kind of been like the anime major.
Yeah, unfortunately, just our Street Fighter scene, man. Like I know Launceston still plays. They're going to come down and be strong, but the Hobart scene is kind of died off pretty heavily. Even though we're trying to every week we're trying to do a free entry Street Fighter, and it just it's just not happening. But we've only got so many players to support so many scenes, I think.
Yeah, 100%.
And
you have to play with what demographic you've been given for.
Yeah. And a lot of the Street Fighter players are now 3D fighting game players right now. So like Tekken and Soul Calibur. So yeah, my man. Yeah, dude. It makes me happy, bro. It makes me very happy. But it's sad to see it not live because my character just released in Sagat, so it'd be nice if I could play that, but that's all good. But yeah, so we got a lot of that, and Friday night. If people can make it for Friday night, the 15th. We want to run some team tournaments, man. We want to run some 3v3 Tekken. We want to run 3v3 Guilty Gear, which is always a blast. I'm sure the anime boys will get behind that. And some. I've just talked to but I've also 2v2 Dragon Ball. Sorry, my mistake. And I've just talked to the Soul Calibur boys recently, the national boys, and it'd be sick if we could get sort of a state Soul Calibur tournament running. That'd be cool, like a 3v3 states battle. So good old states battle.
No, 100%. I'm always down for that. So Friday night is pretty much going to be a standard exhibition night.
Absolutely, man. There'll be the team events. There'll most likely be the
grudge matches if there are
the grudge matches. We'll have what's turning into the classic Sammy vs Dread Tech money match.
Whatever game that's on deck.
It will be. I think this year it's going to be Soul Calibur. I've already called it out on him. So I told him that he won't even win a round. We'll put it out there. We'll see.
At least $10 of the bet if that happens.
Hey man, Brutus is training me in that matchup, man. I'm already we're on it. But Friday night's just going to be sort of the fun night. So, and obviously badge collection if you grab your badge then. But and then it all kicks off on Saturday, and top 8 day on Sunday, and then we'll figure out the after party. We'll definitely be having the kick on. Hopefully, you don't have to shoot off.
Oh no!
Super late, man.
Now that I got notice,
that's it.
I'll stay more than the time that I was allowed. Try not to forget my stick this time.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot you left. There. So it's going to be bigger and better, man, and we're hoping to attract more sponsors and things this year. Hopefully now we can. We've got 3 years of growth to show sponsors and things. So
we've even had people approach us about sponsorships and things like.
That's great to hear.
What's the Red Bull lady's name?
Sarah.
Yeah, Sarah literally came up to me like EFC and was just like, "Hey, I heard you did a huge tournament here," and Andrew was telling me about it, and I was like,
"Yeah." So we've got, and obviously, hopefully, opening cooldown. I've got a few connects I can tug on and see where they lead, and we'll make it even just bigger, better, more premium event for people, man, and continue to grow it. And it's going to be a blast again. Always fun. I don't think you can really have a bad time unless you end up passed out in the mall like you did, Tyler, that one year.
Holy hell.
Yeah.
That was TFC 2, right? TFC 2.
because apparently I got so drunk that I like slammed Giggles' drink out of his hand, and I like tried to get home, but I went down to the bus mall and I just like collapsed in the street and got saved by strangers.
Oh,
Got woken
wow.
So yeah,
that was off that 9% cherry cider, mate. That was what that was.
yeah, probably.
Pints of 9% cherry cider that go
It
down
just,
way
like,
too smooth.
taste
Yeah, definitely.
me down.
Yeah, so that's TFC for March next year. Put it in your calendars, guys. If we're going to obviously keep looking at, we understand flights can be expensive for some states, so we'll constantly keep looking at flights, see if there's any sales, and as soon as there's any sales or anything, we'll post them up on the event pages and in the Discords.
I think the fact that, like, what is it? It's in March, which is at least five people have noticed. So generally, domestic flights within 5 months' notice is still pretty standardly cheap.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Should be. I think even Adelaide's cheap.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I think most people who are seasoned within the FGC know to get on flights ahead of time. So
yeah. No. So yeah, it's gonna be good. I'm excited for it.
I'm always excited to just play Blaze Blue with more people locally.
So I should say registration is open now. We do have early bird rego at the moment. So early bird registration is $30 rego. And that will finish up a couple of weeks for the event. I'm trying to get that date in front of me. And then the price will increase to the sort of late rego price. So yeah, it's definitely worth jumping on a little bit early. Tournaments are $10, unless they're listed differently. But yeah, so if you're going to rego, it's probably good. Yeah, before February 28th. So that's the early bird registration cutoff. So
Definitely get on it early.
Get on it a little bit early.
Yeah, you got time.
Just please don't leave it till the last day. Please. we need to see some numbers.
Mm-hmm.
But
and take the plus 40 like the week before and me just like wipe the sweat off my brow like God.
yeah. The hustle to fit everybody in a bracket and seed and that kind of stuff.
From what I hear, people are like from those that have attended Tassie Fighter Con 2 to 3, like myself being there, enjoying the hell out of myself and just spreading the word. You got a lot of interest for people who haven't come themselves yet. So
it's really cool, man. I'm really happy to hear that, dude. And I feel like we should. TFC has definitely helped bring Tassie FGC into the light a little bit more, which is really cool. Yeah, so I'm happy about it. That it's kind of getting that reputation that it's one you should attend. You know,
100%. I want us to be like a few years down the track, Sam, and have talks about holding Tassie Fighter Con and whatever your equivalent of our convention there is.
I know, right? We'll be at Rest Point Casino, man. We'll be at Rest Point Casino in the whole. Oh my gosh, yeah.
You guys, you and Mullet can be stressing even more with the logistics of holding a major in an event like that.
Oh yeah.
Give us a few more years, man.
It'd be rough. But that is a big goal, I think, for the future for me. Just
I
getting
definitely
a bigger venue.
Yeah, we definitely for as long as we can, right? I want to every year TFC is going to happen. It's I feel it's kind of our baby. For me and Mulletcap, definitely. I really love the event, mainly because I just love the communities and I just love people coming along, playing video games and having a good time. Hence why I started a business that is that. And yeah, just it's going to happen every year, and hopefully it just keeps getting bigger and better every year, really. So and Tassie's a beautiful place, man. So people should just come and visit it and see it. If you haven't been to Tassie before at all, you're definitely missing out. You should come check it out, and it's a good excuse to come check it out because you can come and check it out and play some video games while you're here. So
Dude, it's home to some of the best waffles I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, you educated me, bro. Like, you're like, oh, I went to this waffle place. I was like, we have a waffle place?
What's funny was I just felt that day I felt in the mood for waffles, and I just I hit up Yelp. I'm like, they're actually recommending me 5 different places in the area of like 1 to 2K. This is ridiculous.
Man,
like,
that is Tassie. That is everything is close. Like in the CBD, man. We are in the center of the CBD pretty much, and everything is like 5 minutes away, 5 to 10 minutes max. So, yeah, it's one of those places, man. So you could literally be up playing, having your sets, doing your matches, and then finish, and within 10 minutes you'll be on the waterfront having a beer down at some bars and stuff, man. Like it's that sort of sick sort of place.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, and then like when you found that waffle place, I was like, "What? Where'd that come from?" There's all these hidden little gems of food places popping up in Tassie now, man. Where our CBD is developing at a rapid rate. It's crazy, man. Like my wife and I were having dinner the other night, just sitting there in the CBD, and just saw the amount of people walking around. This is a Monday night, and the amount of people just walking around the city at night was really cool, man. It just sort of almost had that sort of Melbourne vibe to it, bro. Like it was really cool. Because a few years ago, no one was walking around the Hobart town at like past 6, right? Like just there was nothing to do. Like why would you be doing that?
No, from the little I saw, it looked real nice. I'd like to do a bit of exploring next time.
Yes, definitely, man. I'd like to take you around some places and show you a bit more for sure.
Anyone go to this time?
Don't think a lot of the boys didn't have enough time to go out to Mona. I think maybe a couple of them went. Maybe
that went.
Yeah, because I know TFC 2, like Gary God and stuff, all went. I think those guys.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So it's gonna be good. Come along, pretty much.
yeah. So that's Tassie Fighter Con 4.
Tassie Fighter Con 4.
Sure, people will come down. I want to quickly talk about the new place that you set up, Sam.
Hey.
For those that don't know, it's pretty much a hub for like
just esports and gaming in general, bro. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this year I took the plunge and quit my full-time job and have opened up my dream job of owning a gaming and esports lounge. So it's called Cooldown Esports Lounge. It's on level 1, 83 Brisbane Street here in Hobart, right in the CBD. Mm-hmm. And it's we've got, first of all, we have a full lounge area. We have a full snack bar with a gourmet toasty menu, which is I think people are appreciating, which is really nice. We get good reviews on our food. It's great. Happy to see, man. I know. These are not your old flat ham and cheeses, that's for sure. So we've got that. So the full snack bar. We've got the lounge area where you can come chill out. We've got a big 100-inch HD projector that's constantly playing and streaming anything and everything that's on. There's always esports on throughout the world somewhere. So we've always got something on. Like literally this last weekend, we hosted a live stream event for the League of Legends World Championships Grand Final, and that was huge. We had like 30 people here, man. We did like trivia night, everything. It was great. So that was really, really cool.
So people have been real receptive to the business.
Yeah, dude, I'm so humbled and appreciative because we're getting 5-star reviews on both Google and Facebook, which makes me just, as I said, I'm super appreciative of everybody's reception to it. And it's become, so that's the lounge area. We've got the consoles here, man. So we've got multiple PlayStation 4 setups. We've got a Nintendo Switch setup. We've got the Wii U setup. And then we have a full dedicated PC room through the hall. And we've got 10 high-end gaming rigs in there, which is looking to expand into 20 in total. And that's more of sort of your traditional net cafe style. Mm-hmm. But they're all high-end rigs. They're all premium. We've got AK Racing ergonomic gaming chairs in there, man. We've got full top peripherals. Like 144 hertz monitors. Everything looks really pretty when you play it. So that's the PC lab. And we've got everything on them from your top esports games, so Overwatch, League of Legends, Dota, CSGO, all the way down through to RuneScape and MapleStory. So we kind of got something for everyone. And yeah, we host a lot of events. So a bit more relevant to what we're talking about. Friday Night Fights happens every Friday here.
Is that your Tassie local or?
That's the Tassie local now. Yeah,
I wanted confirmation of whether that was held at your new place or still being held at Area 15.
Yeah, so we've moved. The locals have moved to here now. Other than Smash, still happens at Area. So any Smash fans, it still happens at Area 52 at the moment till Smash Ultimate drops, and we will host that here. But yeah, we have Friday Night Fights every Friday night. Starts at 4 p.m. with Street Fighter 5, Soul Calibur 6 at 6 p.m., and then Tekken 7 at 8 p.m. And it's just, I love Friday nights, man. Like, it's just the best. Like, the vibe in here, man, it's so good. We get usually like 16 to 20 registering for Soul Calibur and Tekken, and it's just packs out, man. We get people just randomly coming in to watch that. Like, if they're just in the PC room, man, they'll hear the boys popping off and just come in and check out what's going on. And it's such a good vibe, dude. On Friday nights, we sell a lot of toasties, that's for sure. Yeah, it's good. And then we do Saturday Anime Throwdown on the Saturday, which is we do free entry Guilty Gear at 1. We do Dragon Ball has moved to 3 p.m. And then we finish off with Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle at 6 p.m. on Saturday, and that happens every Saturday as well. Yeah, and then we run events for everything else. Like we have a 2v2 monthly Rocket League tournament. We have first Friday of every month a FIFA 19 tournament. Last Sunday of every month a FIFA 19 tournament. We host CS:GO tournaments, everything, man. So everything that's available to do, we do it, man. It's a place where people can come along, hang out, they can play games, they can chill out, they can have good food, watch their favorite esport on the big screen, meet people, meet like-minded individuals, within respected communities, whether it be the FGC or otherwise, and we're really hoping to push esports in Tassie. So we've got a lot of things in the works at the moment. I can't really give any details right now, but we are working with some people to really help push esports in Hobart, and just get our hidden gems of talents on the radar, hopefully. So yeah, that's my new business, man, and we're now 4 months in, and it's growing every month and getting busier and busier, and it's just really cool, man. As I said, I'm very, very humbled and privileged that I get to wake up and come here every day as my job, man. So I can't wait to show you, dude, when you come. I can't wait to show everyone else when they come down. We can definitely head on in after TFC and hang out and play some more games. So maybe even we'll shut it down and host the private party, after party here or something. Figure it out.
To say, sounds like a nice.
We might have to get the one event, the alcohol license for the. We'll get it for that night, man. We'll see. But yeah, no, it's a cool spot, man. I'm very happy. So.
Also, that it's free to go inside, so you don't have to pay to actually go in.
Yeah, we don't charge people to come on in. So the way it works is you come in. It's that classic account-based system. So you start an account with us, you load it up with game time. That game time stays on your account until you use it. We have a full esports center management software that manages all of that for us, and that's for both console and PC. So it'll manage your time. We've got things like you can be sitting at the PCs and you can order straight off the PCs food and beverages, and I'll bring them out to the people. Won't be wearing a maid outfit, but yeah, they can. We'll do that.
You should do that.
That'll be the extras tab. But yeah, no, it's yeah, you just come along. You can just hang out here if you want. I think people just come in and watch stuff and come and chat all the time. It's just a good place. So yeah,
it sounds awesome, dude.
Yeah, we're getting there, man. It's a lot of work, obviously, and I'm doing it by myself, so it's quite stressful. But no, we're doing well, so I'm happy. Yeah, someone asked me the other day that do you ever wake up and feel like you have that whole thing of, oh shit, I don't want to go to work today, and I don't. So that's good. I think
it's good.
That's good.
It's the opposite of me.
Yeah.
You go to work and I'm like, this started again.
Well, at least you got something, a great place to chill at, out Mulletcap once you're done with the work, if you're ever in the area.
Most Fridays I like finish work and go straight to cool down and then set up the stream and then eat a sandwich. It's the best.
You do like the Smoky Texas, mate.
Lucky Texas is amazing.
One of your favorites.
And I'll have you make me make one at least once every week.
Yeah, no worries.
So I'm definitely ordering that when I'm coming down.
It's worth it.
Well, it depends what you like, my man. There's a lot of them are chicken based. So we've got like fresh grilled chicken, breast based, toasty.
Oh, my mouth is watering already.
Yeah. The chicken bacon ranch is one of our most popular. I think that's like, you can't go wrong with chicken, bacon, and ranch dressing, man. It's a pretty good mix with like melted cheddar and sliced tomato, man. It's a good time. But Mulletcap prefers the all meats, which is the Smoky Texas, which is double smoked ham, smoked bacon with melted cheddar and a smoky chipotle sauce, man. He's a bit of a fan of that one. But yeah, we've got a good menu. I'm happy with it. It's only going to expand. We're going to expand into it. We're going to add milkshakes. We're going to add everything, man. It's going to get sick.
Milkshakes. Oh, please.
Yeah, bro. Maybe some waffles, right? I mean, I'll learn how to make waffles for you, bro. Yeah.
If not, no shame going down the corner to the many waffle places around.
Yeah, man. There's a new cafe I need to show you too. They do like these bubble waffle thing, like in a cone. Like they're in a cone. It's so cool, man. It's like a new place that's opened up recently. And when I saw it, I thought of you.
It's the best.
Man,
Yeah.
Like, it's good to hear Tassie fighting game scene is in a good place.
Yeah.
The locals, the majors, yes.
I feel it's in one of the best spots it's ever been, to be honest, right now. I think we just got so much going on. We're gifted in the game selection we have.
100%. And that's every fighting game scene. That we are actually very spoiled for choices. Something for everyone, whether in a large population or a small. There's something for everyone.
Absolutely, man. And our talent pool as well in Tassie is getting better and better, man. As I said, related back to Ath, he's going to get a massive head off this. But just, being able to, a brand new game's just come out and we're already on that sort of top tier caliber at the moment, which I feel is really cool for our scene. As an ambassador, I feel like. Yeah,
I feel like very soon, like if not now already, you can, depending on what game, you can see a lot of. I'm not sure how many Tasmanians have traveled interstate, but you could see them at that top 8 level with certain games.
Yeah, definitely. And I would like to also, any Tassie FGC community members that are listening to this podcast, you should all listen to this podcast. I'm going to tell you all to listen to this podcast. But definitely, going to OHN, going to BAM, and just networking with the boys and the communities and getting to play with everyone and know everyone and make friends with people. It is such a good experience. You should definitely do it at least once.
Yeah.
Go to a major.
Just coming from that, like, I want to use my example because I know you got something similar, Sam. Like, when I started Tekken in my small scene and I went to OHN for the first time, that lit like a fire under my ass. I'm like, okay, so this is like, it's just because of my personality, I get fired up and I'm like real competitive, and I know most people in the FGC are. So you just, you might not do as you like, or you might actually exceed your expectations, but it's just like I just want to get better. So
yeah, man, that's it. You get definitely.
I'm sure a lot of the Hobart folk could get that experience, like traveling themselves.
Yeah. It's just the motivation you get from it is huge.
Definitely recommend traveling to at least one major per year that's not TFC.
Yeah, 100%.
Definitely.
We should start a GoFundMe for Sir Bunker to come down.
Why start a GoFundMe when I can just pay him to go? I will just give him the money if it comes to that.
100%. And like, competitive aspect aside, it's just like FGC is just a good time. Like, just
absolutely, man. I say that. I've said it a lot this podcast that Tassie has this community, family feel to it. But as you said, that is national, man.
Yeah,
like
it's extended
that
family.
is extended family, dude. Like I feel you just it's like hanging out with old friends every time. Like
100%.
it's not it's not this big no face event thing, corporate event. It's like always just you meet him back up with old mates and you're playing video games again. Like it's yeah.
Like I know video games is initiator, but like with majors now, it's pretty much I'm going to hang with the boys and play.
Hang with the
games.
boys, absolutely, man. That's what it is. It is absolutely hang with the boys and play some games, and then we'll go have some good food and good times and
100%.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So
try not to get blackout drunk like Mulletcap.
Try not to get so drunk we pass out in the bus while we're woken up and driven home by strangers. What? That's next level.
But, it's very fun.
Yeah. But yeah, no. I strongly recommend anyone who's reserved or is thinking about going, just do it, man. You have the best time for sure, guaranteed. And you might surprise yourself and do really, really damn well. Unlike me, who went 0-2 at BAM this year. Damn it.
Well, I made top 8 for Blazewell again, so I'm good.
There's your potential right there.
But the other thing as well is now, with Australian majors like BAM and OHN attracting international level players, right? You get to meet your heroes, man. Like you get to meet the people you look up to. Like standing next to Kudons, man, was like it was a blowout.
That's one of the benefits from attending the big events. You get to see the big names that come down and just like
So that's a bonus.
It's real heartwarming to see they're very receptive to just the casual player as well. Like
man, it was sick, dude. We got to hang out and have some food. We were hanging out with Tasty Steve and Rip and Mark Man. We're eating schnitz, I think. It was a good time.
You guys were eating tummies.
Yeah, man. We went to Schnitz, I think is that what it's called?
Yeah, Schnitz.
Yeah, that place is good. Yeah. That was sweet.
I have you guys take me there because it cost my life.
Definitely. But yeah, so not only support your locals, but support your local majors or your national majors.
Support all your scenes.
100%. That's what it comes down to.
Just throw yourself in.
I think that covers most of, unless you guys have got something else that I might have missed up.
I don't think so.
I think we've talked. Yeah, I think we're pretty good, man. That covers all bases.
Usually, if that's it. Usually at the end of these podcasts, I like to ask a questions to a couple of our guests. Nothing too demanding or too on the spot, just to get a little bit of insight on to the players /TOs/ people in the FGC. So,
here we go.
Yeah.
Stitch up. All right.
This is a common one on this podcast. I just want to insight into your most heart-wrenching loss or most memorable loss.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah. Dread Tech every year I lose the money match.
I guess it was last year to Runus during BAM. TFC 3, I did like pretty well against Runus. But when I got to BAM, I was just washed.
What game was this?
I'd come off a win, my first win, and then I'd face Runus immediately. I think that's what happened. And that was to get in top 8 winners side.
Yeah.
And then Runus just rocked me, and I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, through losers, I was playing horribly. I like barely beat the really good Jin player. God damn it! And then I got into top 8 by beating Hazama, and then I lost to Prods, who I'd bet at TFC 3.
Oh wow!
Like, what have I done?
Can't believe you've done this.
Yeah, but I made top 8, so I can't be disappointed.
Yeah, and I'll stick to the old. It's definitely losing the money matches. The Dread Tech every major is pretty heart wrenching.
Right. Well, it's an interesting question. Some people take the losses better than others and vice versa, but sometimes it's elevated motivation. Some people it's like no sweat off their back. Like for me, I really don't mind losing whatever, but like I've had two losses in my tenure in the FGC where I'm like, God damn it, I am done with fighting games. I've only had 2 moments where I felt like that, but for the most part, I'm like, yeah, I lost. Better next time.
Yeah.
For me, it's like I could a million times in a row, and I'll be like screaming at like everything that goes wrong, but like I'll still be enjoying it somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Really good,
yeah.
I feel.
I'm usually good. I preface this by saying I'm usually good, but man, losing Soul Calibur last Friday, man, I was not a happy boy. I'm not gonna lie.
Motivation, my dude.
Yeah, well, yeah, getting messed up by Voldo. Oof. It was
that character.
Not a good time.
Yeah,
but
keeps getting better and better. If you've heard about the new Voldo bug.
Oh yeah, man, absolutely. That that infinite.
Let's hope it gets patched quick, or you might have to be banned at TFC.
That's I know, right? Then that's legit too. Like that's a broken character right now. Unfortunately, but yeah.
All right, here's another one. You can invite 2 internationals for whatever games to Tassie Fighter Con 4. Who are they? 2 each from both of you.
Generation Speed Kicks.
So sorry, who was the first one?
Rich. So the Blazebee player,
okay.
Central Fiction.
Okay.
Yep.
And Speed Kicks, nice. Sammy?
Oh man, Kudons for one.
100%.
That dude's a legend. And I'd probably invite. Can I say like player / commentator caster? Because I'd say Tasty Steve, because that guy's a fucking legend, man.
Yeah, just
like,
a joy to be around.
Just an absolute human being. Like he's great. So yeah, I'd tell you that'd be it. Reagan.
Nice. I have one more question. If you were going to any international event next year, what would it be?
Ooh, international.
If money wasn't an issue, money and time weren't an issue.
Was the obvious one, but see, my old answer would have been I would have wanted to go to the TSB events that they do. They're SKD, just like straight up. But I do those for BlazBlue anymore.
Yeah.
Because I don't see the streams or anything. Yeah, if TSB was doing BlazBlue, definitely TSB.
I think look, I haven't been to an Evo yet, and I would love to go to an Evo's, and I've been to Vegas, and I love Vegas, so I'd probably go to Evo, I reckon.
Yeah.
Would be the one.
Yeah, most people want to cross that off the list at some point.
Yeah. Unfortunately, when I was in Vegas, it was definitely not Evo time. So, yeah, it'd be sick. You got to, right? Like at least once if you're an FGC fan. I think.
It'd be nice to cross that off the list.
For sure. If not, CEO would be sick. Because CEO, like, this year was incredible.
Yeah, CEO is always a spectacle, man. And I like, it's giving that and combo breaking and giving Evo a real run for their money is like the events to go to for the year internationally. So
yeah, absolutely, man.
I think the appeal of the like I said before, Evo's like, yeah, great to go to. The spectacle is great, but the appeal of being able to play casuals 24/7 at Combo Breaker and just the massive spectacle that CEO is just make them like, yeah, you want to go there.
Yeah, that was really cool. Yeah.
All right, boys. Guess that's it for us. Do you want to give any shout outs to anyone before we end this podcast?
Not really.
Oh wow, just shout out to yourselves.
The classic. Nah, look, I guess we've kind of already shouted out to the people involved in TFC.
Yeah, definitely.
Through the years, which is great. But I would just like to give a generic shout out to Tassie FGC lads for coming along. Coming along every Friday night and just playing games. Keep coming along and we'll keep having good times. So shout out to those guys.
Shout out to anyone supporting the locals, really.
Uh,
If you're supporting your locals, either by TOing, just attending, even just being there, I think you're doing a really good job and really helping out the scene.
Yeah. I'd like to give a personal shout out again to Blue for he does a lot to help me out here at the lounge on a regular basis. So just extra shout outs to him. And a huge shout out to you, my man, for putting us on today.
Cheers, man. Appreciate it.
Really, no, thank you so much, man.
Thanks a lot, dude.
It's been really nice to be able to communicate. Not only has it been nice to catch up with you, dude, but it's also been nice to communicate the what's been going on in the Tassie FGC. So
no, I'm sure people are keen to hear, man. Do you guys have any social medias you want to plug? Your Twitters, your Twitch page that you run the weeklies on? I'm not sure.
All the locals we do, I run on Twitch on Friday and Saturday. So we run them on TFC official Twitch. So that's twitch.tv/TFC official. I upload all of those videos to Mulletcap on YouTube. So if you ever want to check that out, feel free to do so.
Nice.
That's all.
Yeah, and you can catch me on Twitter at SammyT_FGC. Look for the picture of me with Venom's hair from Guilty Gear. And check out Cool Down Esports Lounge on Facebook.
Definitely. Check out the Toasty menu too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Be sure to check out the awesome chicken they got there.
Yeah.
For sure.
Nice.
Sure. Handmade by me, man. Grilled fresh.
Alright, boys, that's a wrap. That was SammyT and Mulletcap, big boys from Tassie. Thanks again for being on, guys. Looking forward to
brother.
everything that's going to happen in Tasmania. The FGC as a whole. Looking forward to that major. So yeah. Thanks.
Looking forward to seeing everyone there.
Yeah. Thanks for having us, man.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
No worries, man. And that was episode 13 of the Beastcast. Be sure to check us out next week. I'm not sure who we're gonna have on, but just follow my Twitter. I'll be sure to post on who the next guests are. Not sure if he's Tekken related or something else, but yeah, we'll sort that out. But yeah, thanks again, guys. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Beast Dance. Thanks again, boys, for being on.
Thank you.